The ISA series is SCORM conformant and can run on any learning management system, or LMS. Shown here within the Moodle LMS is the 12-week implementation of the first ISA course, Introduction to Information System Security. The first topic typically includes the syllabus, the study guide, the project, an opportunity for students to introduce themselves, and discussion questions to get them talking about the course content. The final topic typically is where they turn in the final project and take the final exam. In between, the course content is presented. While all books are based on a 15-week model, alternative formats like this 12-week version do not skip any material. Our instructional designers combine material so that time on task is even across the 8, 10, or 12 weeks. Every ISA content topic includes a lecture presentation that generally accompanies 1 or 2 chapters in the textbook. The specific chapters are given in the reading assignment. And because the ISA series is a complete curriculum, we provide a variety of assignments for your students. For example, here's a Word file worksheet for matching up threats and solutions. This one asks for a report on the impact of an IT policy. Assignments vary depending on the topic covered, but collectively offer many different ways to involve, engage, and assess your students. All ISA courses contain lecture components designed around our Discover, Apply, and Create approach. Discover, Apply, Create resulted from feedback given by focus groups conducted with industry experts, instructors, and students. They told us they wanted an immersive environment with real workplace applications so students could be immediately successful upon graduation. We listened. Within the Discover domain, students get acquainted with the content, the theories, and concepts. They apply that content with hands-on lab activities to reinforce their understanding of the concepts, applying learned theory to the workplace. In the Create domain, students use concepts and hands-on experience to create new material engaging with scenarios, case studies, simulations, or other exercises to move into upper-level Bloom's thinking. Additionally, each Discover, Apply, and Create domain contains a number of subdomains. Each lesson begins with an introductory screen explaining what's to be covered, and this In Focus area also shows the key concepts covered. In this Concepts subdomain, students review critical concepts by clicking and exploring the answers to these questions. An important aspect of the instructional design behind these lectures is the chunking of content. Students see a large amount of data on screen, but it's presented in a way that's not threatening, and it changes often to maintain interest and involvement. To help students pace themselves, we offer periodic activities, speed bumps as it were. These allow students to slow down, to reflect on what they've just learned, and verify their understanding before moving on. In this case, it's a drag-and-drop exercise. After submitting, they receive feedback and the opportunity to reset it and start over if needed. A variety of other formats are also used, including flashcards, multiple choice, sequencing exercises, and the occasional true-false question. The Process subdomain talks about standard processes the student will encounter in the workplace. Here we have the fundamental CIA triad of information security. As we roll over the material, we learn how information on a network needs to be confidential, to have integrity, and to be readily available. The remaining subdomains work the same way. Information is chunked and changed. Students must click to engage with it, and we offer the speed bump activities, all of which combine to help students grasp and retain information. The Roles subdomain explores the people in the workplace who perform information security tasks. The Context subdomain explores what we've learned in the context of various work environments. And in Rationale, we address the all-important why as a student do I care. This lesson offers a case study examining an information security breach of the Google software development team. All of that content is discussed in Chapter 1 of the textbook. But rather than 45 contiguous pages, our lecture is presented in a manner that interactively highlights the important points an instructor would have highlighted if the student were sitting in the classroom and taking a lecture with that instructor. Next, we have the Apply domain, where Discover domain learning is applied in the hands-on lab. This intro screen talks about the videos that accompany our labs and about the hands-on labs themselves. Because our hands-on labs are such a rich and important part of the curriculum, separate and detailed lab demos are accessible from the sidebar on the left. But first, let's complete the lecture portion of our course with a look at the Create domain. The Create domain uses the same instructional design model with a main domain, subdomains, and then particulars. Keep in mind that Create is all about taking what we've learned and applying it at a higher level in Bloom's taxonomy. In this lesson, we're giving a challenge. An email from your supervisor, a typical workplace event, says you need to write a security plan outline to include in a monthly report. With the challenge identified, we consider contributing factors. Like many workplace situations, you can usually ask someone a question. In this case, Network Manager Dennis Wilson suggests using the textbook or internet for some research, and then clarifies what to include in the outline. There are also some critical considerations to think about before writing the outline, and those are here. Finally, we lay out a course of action to help guide students through this challenge. All this work, going through the textbook, going through the lecture, doing the video, working the lab, and then doing this upper-level Bloom's assignment helps students understand and retain the information that's in each chapter of our textbooks. Discover, apply, create.